Good evening. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating fire cupping. I'm not going to talk too much in the video. I just want to get straight to the nitty-gritty in regards to what fire cupping is about. So the tools that I'm going to be using to demonstrate fire cupping is, of course, the glass cup. It has finger indentations in the actual glass, so that way it makes it easier for me to glide onto the skin. Cotton balls, 91% alcohol, a hemostat tool, and of course, a lighter. So before I actually get started with cupping, I usually like to warm up my clients' muscles, because you don't want to just go straight into cupping. You want to make sure that you manipulate the muscles, warm the tissue up, and just get the blood flowing. So I usually warm up the tissue for about a good 5 minutes, just to do a couple of strokes to just warm the body up. And before I actually got started, I did talk to my client about if he had any health conditions, just to make sure that the session doesn't contraindicate any health conditions. So that's very important, to talk to your client about any health conditions that can be possibly a contraindication of fire cupping. So the first technique that I'm going to demonstrate is going to be stationary cupping. So with stationary cupping, I'm just going to be placing the cups just on the back. I'm not going to be moving the cups. I'm just going to place the cups on the back and keep them there for about a good 3 minutes. Just for video purpose, normally I can keep the cups on the back for about 5 minutes or so. But because I'm demonstrating, I'm not going to spend too much time leaving the cups on the back that long. So I'm just going to probably do it for about 3 minutes. So the first thing I do is light the cotton. And because this is glass, I'm going to warm the edge up so that way it's not uncomfortable for my client before I put it on his back. So you definitely want to make sure that the edge of the glass is warm. Keep in mind when you're cupping that you do not want to be close to the client's head. You want to make sure that you're away from the client's head. And if you have really, really long hair, you may want to wrap your hair up in a towel. Because of course, we don't want no fire while we're doing a cupping session. So you have to be very careful and mindful of what you're doing. And while I'm applying the cups on the back, I am keeping in contact with my client, communication, asking my client if the cupping is comfortable for him, if it's not too tight. So is the cups on your back, are you comfortable? Okay. Okay. So as you can see, I place the glass cups on my client's skin here, and I'm going to leave that there for about, like I said, about a good 2 more minutes. And while the cups are on the skin, I'm going to go ahead on and prep myself for the next session, which is the gliding. Actually, before I do the gliding, I'm going to do the flash cupping. So flash cupping is basically, I'm going to take the cup off and apply the cup back onto the skin very quickly, and I'm going to keep doing it interchangeable very quickly and leave the cups on for about a minute. Okay? So right now I'm removing the glass cups. I'm not going to warm the edge of the actual glass cup because I've already just done that. So I'm not going to re-warm the edge of the glass cup because it's not cold. So and the last and final step that I'm going to demonstrate is gliding. So it's very important when you're cupping to not cup on bony landmarks. So you definitely don't want to cup on someone's shoulder blade or kneecap. You definitely don't want to do that because that'll be very, very, very uncomfortable for the client. Just think about if you were on a table. You wouldn't want someone to cup your shoulder blade. That would be very uncomfortable. So now I'm using the finger indentations on the actual glass, and I'm slowly gliding the glass onto the skin. Typically right here in the low back area is where people have low back pain. So this feels very good when you're actually cupping low back. Sometimes that can happen, by the way. You got cups on the table and you shake rather than rolling and manipulating the skin. Sometimes the cups can kind of fall on the table. So this real life, y'all. So just want to let you know. So this was just a short demo on fire cupping, and I hope you enjoyed the quick little video that I demonstrated to you guys. It looks like it hurts, but it really doesn't hurt. I've experienced fire cupping when I had an acupuncture session, and that was my first time ever having cupping. And it was pretty interesting at first, but then as I kept getting in, I was like, this feels kind of good. And it actually helped with little issues that I have with my shoulder or low back. And so I would encourage you to do your research before you say, oh, I don't want to do that. That looks like that hurt. Do your research. Don't knock it till you try it. You'd be surprised how this is so beneficial to your body. It's been around for a long time. A long time. So usually when I'm done with doing a cupping session, I usually apply BioFreeze or some CBD ointment. And it doesn't have CBD, it doesn't have any marijuana in it. It's all natural. And I usually apply it on the back. It's kind of soothing after a cupping session. And then I'm going to apply a nice warm towel on the back. And I just let that penetrate in his skin. Let the heat penetrate the ointment in his back. I hope you enjoyed this session, and this concludes my fire cupping demo session. You guys have a blessed evening.